We have more coronavirus coverage just ahead, but first, severe weather rolled through parts of Maryland today, downing trees across the area and causing bad flooding in some parts of the city. The system even spurred tornado warnings this afternoon, and tonight, many people are left behind to clean up the mess. WJZ is live. Kelsey Kushner with a closer look at some of that damage. Kelsey.
Well, Rick, you could tell just how strong those winds were, judging by the damage it left behind, like this tree here in Patterson Park. Now, from the city to the county, we've seen a number of trees just ripped up from the ground, and many neighbors we spoke with say that this storm is one they will never forget.
You can see part of our roofs up in that tree up there. It just snapped those off.
Pieces ripped off the roof and tree branches scattered across the backyard. Roy Cox says Monday he saw the sky turn dark seconds before the storm tore through his backyard in Dundalk.
And as I had my hands over my head and looked up, I could just see the stuff tearing the tree apart as it went this way. It came straight over the house.
Cars dodged flooded streets, trampolines flipped over in backyards. Monday, parts of Maryland were met with heavy winds and rain. At the Inner Harbor, water flooded walkways.
It just out of nowhere was torrential rain.
In South Baltimore, crews blocked off the entrance of the St. Mary Star of the Sea Church after winds nearly ripped off the cross at the top of the steeple. And in Reisterstown, powerful winds uprooted a massive tree in a quiet neighborhood, bringing power lines down with it and leaving some families without power.
I was on a conference call at work, and the next thing I know is lights went out.
Out of the window, I saw the power lines bouncing, and I was like, that's definitely not right. And I go and look out the garage window, and the whole tree is down.
In Montgomery County, trees snapped like toothpicks, falling on top of houses.
It was terrifying.
Now, as of right now, it looks like BGE says nearly 2,000 people are still left without power. They say they are still working to restore that back to their customers. Reporting live tonight, Kelsey Kushner for WJZ.
All right, Kelsey, thank you. Well, a flood warning remains in effect right now for some parts of the state. Let's go over to Bob Turk with what we can expect.
We have one flood warning still in effect right now of a little tiny area there around actually it's right around Route 1 in the Elkridge area and Hammonds Ferry Road. It's really floods quite a bit often because of the low-lying road there. That's in effect, that flood warning until 5 a.m. Other flood warnings in Virginia. Nothing else in the Maryland region. We did have many, about 24 storm reports, mostly wind damage around the areas. We saw those trees, and 1 or 2 spots did have some hail, mainly wind damage, but we're not going to deal with much in the way of wind tonight. Things are really calming down, but it's going to be a chilly week ahead. We'll take a look at those numbers coming up in a few minutes.